All right, I think I've got this all kind of cattywampus there. Okay, I think I'm good. Hello, happy Monday. I think it's still crooked, but it'll be all right. We'll survive, right? All right, let me find myself so I can see the comments. There we go. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. All right, if you are here, make sure that you say hello. Make sure that you let me know that you are here in the comments. It is Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am Amy with Simply Elizabeth Crafts. I'm super excited to be here today because I have been playing with this Learn and Grow stamp set, and the only thing I think is a problem with this is that there are no dies. I did a lot of fussy cutting, but that's okay because it was so worth it when I really kind of started playing with it. It is truly great for any of the educators in your life, anybody who works in the school districts, or you know, for churches with programs and things like that. This is a really good stamp set for that, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I don't have any announcements other than my July, we're still in July, yes, July Simply Create monthly class. It has closed already, but there will be the August class that will be coming out, and that one will be using the Fun for Fall. I was really struggling with what to use because I really wanted to do this one for my fall retreat. And anyway, I decided there's some new stuff that's coming out, and so fall retreat's going to be something different. We're going to actually use this for our Simply Create class. So I am going to put the camera down to the table and we're actually going to start crafting. Let me move that out the way, and then we cover you up and then put it down. I got to scoot it a little too. Let's see if that gets us straight. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then I just have to get it to zoom in just a little bit. Sometimes it takes it a second to, nope. I have to remember how it's gonna let me zoom in. Hold on. It likes to give me a really hard time in doing that. I don't know why. We might have to stay far away. Let me see if I can actually just make it closer to the table. That might just be better, because sometimes it's just easier to move the arm, I guess. All right, there we go. It's in a weird spot, what I'm used to, but it'll be okay. Now you can see. All right, so this is, again, what we are using, and this is not one of our projects for tonight, but I wanted to show you a couple of projects that I created. So I've got 3 right here. This was kind of the very first project that well, it was kind of the second that I created. This one was my high school colors, which is kind of why I started there. I went to Dutch Fork High School, which is in Irmo, South Carolina, and our colors were green and gold for silver foxes. And so that's what this was. So that was Dutch Fork, to kind of give a big shout out to them. This card I created using my the current elementary school that I work for. I created this card for our colors because ours are navy blue and like a yellow gold. So that is there. And then of course I did another one with the same colors there too, because I've got a couple people that I want to make cards for to let them know how great they are, because they always help me so much at school every year. So these 3 will have like little short reels that will come out over the next couple of maybe weeks. It probably not all this week to not overload, but there will be blog posts with measurements and things like that with these too. This one here is just a little gift card holder. So it's real easy. And there's nothing on my gift cards, by the way. So no one can get the number and use it. There's nothing on them. I keep them so that I have stuff like this. But anyway, so that's a gift card holder. And it's real simple to create that one. So, okay, so let's dive into tonight's projects because I am actually super excited about tonight's projects, especially the last one we're going to do. Hello, Deb. How are you? Thank you. Okay, this is going to be the first one we make. Now, this is just a little box. These are really popular in school right now. All the kids have them. So this, I just wanted to kind of show you what's in it. So I just put a blank gift card in there. And then this is an ice pack. Teachers always need a lot of ice packs, you know, for their lunches and drinks, and they have to have a lot of water during the day. And so that's what this is. And these came from Target. I think this came from Target too. No, this might have come from the Dollar Tree. And these are just little, I thought they were cute because they were pencils. But literally, I think everything in here cost maybe like $10. So it was like nothing. These came from the Dollar Tree. These two little, these are drink toppers, which are real popular too. I'm learning what's popular out there. I used to apparently be completely out of the loop, and now I can see. Hey, Betsy. Oh, thank you for that gift card. Yes, thank you. So these are pencils, pens, all that kind of stuff. So it came from Target, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General. These actually came from this one did, and it came with this size and one a little smaller. That came from the Dollar Tree. And then the one we're actually going to put a label on, or a little tag on tonight, came from Target, and it wasn't very expensive either. It was real, low key, like price wise, which is great because, you know, sometimes there's other things. And this one I put in a hand sanitizer. Oh, and there's little magnets down there too. That one, the other one will fit a hand sanitizer, but I took that one out for our last project. So, so let's make a tag for this one. And I really did try to do a lot of the die cutting, or not die cutting, but the fussy cutting, so that you don't have to really watch me do that. So I've already cut this out. This is actually cut out from a retired set called Just a Note. There is a bundle that is currently, it's part of the Extraordinary Life bundle or suite, and there is a notebook cut out from that too. I don't have that set, so I just went to my retired one. So just know that. All right, so we are going to actually put good luck on this one. That's going to be the sentiment we use. And we're going to just stamp it in black. And we're just going to stamp it up here. And it doesn't matter if you get within the lines. Make it fun. I happen to make it perfect for the first time ever. All right, so we've got that. Then let's stamp with Darling Duckling. We are going to stamp. I feel like I have lost all of my ink pads all of a sudden. They've all disappeared. Hold on. Well, you know what? We'll come back to that in a minute. We are going to stamp our ruler with basic black as well. And we're going to stamp that right there. Then we're going to take our basic white. We're going to stamp our books down here at the bottom, because then we're also going to stamp our crayon right here. And typically you would do 3, but I've already done 2, so you don't have to worry about watching me cut them all out. All right, so we're going to move that aside so I don't get ink on it, we're gonna go ahead and just cut this out real quick. Thank you, Betsy. And, you know, it's funny because when I want it to not look, you know, perfect, it then looks perfect, right? Isn't that the way it works? And when you want it to look perfect, it's like you can't ever seem to get it to go perfect. All right. And then we'll cut that there. See, it's a bunch of straight lines, so it's not difficult. All right, let's color this, and we're gonna color this in Fresh Freesia. So I'm just gonna do real quick straight lines. And you know, I've actually seen a couple people create with it and they haven't colored in the bottom of the book. That probably makes sense, but I did on all my projects, so it'll be all right. It's crafting, right? We can make it our own. Okay, there's that. And then let's do a little bit of the dark. So we'll put some dark down here and then we'll just run it down this side. Now, is anybody on here, do you have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews that you can make some good, fun school projects for? Because, you know, these would be perfect for, you know, kids too. They like to get fun little projects. I know my nieces do. They always like to get little fun boxes and stuff. I haven't given them any in a while, though. I guess I need to take some to them the next time I go. All right, let's color in this. And there, and then there. All right, and then we're gonna do blue, not blue, Pool Party. Yeah, that is a blue, but we're gonna do Pool Party on this other book. So let's go with our light, that's dark. And then I think somewhere I'm gonna find that darling duckling ink pad somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. And you can see that my Pool Party is running out. I go through Pool Party a lot because I use it a lot. I use it on a lot of coloring projects. Okay, now we're just going to take the dark and we're going to make this part dark too. And then let's just go down. I'm just trying to color it real fast. You can take your time. You don't have to go as fast as I am. Okay. Let's just kind of go down there like that. All right. So there's that. Let's go ahead and cut this out. And look, I found it. It was hiding. I knew if I kept turning around, eventually I would find it. Eventually. Okay, so this does have like a little cut out right there where the book is, but then other than that, it's pretty much straight lines. So again, it's real easy, not real complicated. All right, and then we're gonna come down here and chop off this part. And y'all know, being a lefty, it can be a little difficult for me sometimes. Okay, so there's that. You've got nieces, Betsy? That's awesome. Yeah, my nieces are, I now have 4 nieces. My sister had a baby this summer, beginning of June. And so there's, she's got 3, and then I've got the oldest one, which is Harper. She's my brother's child, and let's just say they are spoiled rotten. And I love them and adore them and would pretty much do anything for them. I would do anything for them. All right, so now we have all of our things cut out. We're gonna actually stamp A+ right there. So I'm going to grab my black. So we're just going to put it right across that. It doesn't have to be, I just kind of put it there to make it a little bit more school-like. Now we're going to come back to this piece and we're going to stamp in Darling Duckling our stars. We're just going to stamp it right up underneath. All right. I'm going to move those because I think I'm going to need them again. All right, now, except for I'm going to take the light Darling Duckling and we're going to color in the stars here. And that's definitely use the fine tip for this one, because otherwise it will be way outside the lines of the star. Okay, there we go. Now we are going to take this and we are going to pop up our book here. There we are into Cars and Girls. I mean, you never know. Their girlfriends could be real into it. They might think that it would be... Uh-oh. Okay, I think I might have lost y'all for just a second. I think my internet did something. I'm sorry. All right. Then I'm going to put this right about here. So just underneath our sentiment. Then I'm going to take our ruler. I'm going to put a dimensional on this end. And then we're going to put adhesive on the rest of it. And we're going to stick it right about here, just kind of across it, like that. And then we're going to use the edges of our dimensionals because we want to put dimensionals on our crayons. So I'm just going to kind of measure it, and looks like that. And then maybe a little bit shorter for one. Okay, so our long one is going to be our yellow one, our blue one. Actually, let's start with the pool party one first. So we're going to put that there. Take off the back. And we're going to lay it straight. Sorry, I keep putting my hand in the way. Straight up like that. Then we are going to take the yellow one, the Darling Duckling. See, I need to not just say yellow, I guess. And we're going to stick this one right about here. Like that. And I don't think I put it up as high as I did on my sample one, so it's making it a little shorter, which is just fine. And this one we'll put there. And you can grab a glue dot to put on the top part. Just make sure it stays. And we'll just kind of stick this one right about here. How about that? I think that still looks fine. Then all I did was I put adhesive on the back, just two little straight things, and I adhered it right here at an angle. Last but not least, we're going to take our ribbon, and this is the Barely Blush ribbon, and we're going to tie a pretty large bow because, well, it's on a big... We're actually gonna make it a little bigger than that because it's on a big box. So you don't want it to be overpowering, but you don't also want it to be so tiny that just kind of blends in. And apparently I can't tie a bow today. So we're gonna try that. There we go. Okay, I think we got it now. Maybe. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take our ribbon and trim off our tails. Just like that. We will take our glue dot and then we're going to adhere it right up here. Ta-da! So that is project number 1. Simple and easy. You could just stamp all of these items and maybe just cut out your ruler. If you needed to do a lot of them, you could take just regular plain white paper and not have any lines in it, and then do your stamping, and so then it wouldn't show through. But I kind of wanted the lines like notebook paper, but this is real easy to do if you just stamped it and colored it versus cutting them out too. So, all right, so there's project 1. I'm gonna move those over here just so I don't knock them down. And let's do project 2, and it's this card right here. I love the colors of this card. I thought it was kind of bright and fun. So we will start that as soon as I put this other ribbon away, because I just about knocked it off. And that would be really not fun. Okay. We're going to do a lot of stamping with Calypso Coral and black. And I'm just going to make sure I've got all my little pieces and parts here. Welcome back. I need that. And then some of the things we're going to stamp, we've already stamped once. So there we go. All right. Okay, so I've got everything now. We're going to take our card base. We're going to fold it in half. Let's actually do it the other way. And then we're going to go ahead and put our inside piece in so that I don't get ink all over it. I'm pretty famous for putting ink everywhere. My husband and I spray painted the mailbox this week. Let's just say, I mean, you can still see it here, but I have used olive oil. I have scrubbed. I have used everything, and it's finally starting to come off. It was like everywhere. So anyway, I'm a messy crafter. Very messy. Okay, we are going to stamp our ruler. Let's do that first. So we're going to stamp our ruler down here once, and then we're going to come over here on this side and we're going to stamp it. Then we're going to go ahead and stamp it on our pool party. Okay. Then we're going to take our pin and we're going to, let's see, got to remember how I did it. Then we're going to stamp it here. Okay, then we're going to flip it. We're going to stamp it in the opposite way that was done down there, because you want your little clip on the downside, if that makes sense. Then we're going to take our crayon and we're going to stamp it here. And then we're going to flip and stamp it here like that. And we'll do the same with our paper clip. There, turn it around, stamp it again. Now we're going to go back to our ruler and we're going to stamp it there, and then we're going to stamp it again. Ta-da. Okay, so now we're going to color, and I probably should have halfway colored them, but I did not. So we're going to do it now. We're going to take our light pool party. I guess I should have bought another one since we are going to run out probably, but it'll be okay. I'll press really hard. And we'll color all this. And then let's do this one. I think the faster I move with it, the worse it gets. I used to have a whole bunch of pool parties because I'd go through them so quickly, but I can't find them. So I don't know what I did with them. All right. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for just a second. And actually, we might just color it in the dark. We might do these in the dark. That one's dying too, but it's okay. Sometimes that's just how it works. And we're gonna actually take the dark one anyway and just kind of come down here and do the lines on it. All right. And then let's see if we can get more out of the light. That's gonna be kind of covered up anyway, so it'll be fine. Yeah, see, if I move slow, it comes out. All right. And then we're gonna put these in the trash. And we're gonna make sure to order some tomorrow. All right. Then let's just make that have a darker shade to it. And I don't think I need it on the last card anyway. Nope, I do not. So in the trash they go. Okay, then we're gonna do Misty Moonlight. I was gonna do, this is actually Secret Sea, but Secret Sea is so dark that I decided to do Misty Moonlight. So now Misty Moonlight is still really dark, but it's not nearly as dark. So, so we will do the light first. And I'm doing the brush end, which I shouldn't be because it is smaller, but we'll be all right. It will still, I'm just trying to do it quick for you. Okay, so there we go. So that is there. And then we're gonna take the dark and we're gonna do this part dark, this part dark. And then I'm just gonna go over that line and there. Okay. Now, our crayon is gonna be Crisp Cantaloupe, which by the way, hello Angie. Crisp Cantaloupe. So I'm a huge Calypso Coral fan. I don't know what it is about Calypso Coral, but I like Calypso Coral. Crisp Cantaloupe, I think is my favorite. I like this better than I like Calypso Coral. And the sad thing is, they're gonna do the refresh, and this will not become a permanent color for us because they will be doing it next year. Oh, it makes me so sad. Because I would love for this to take over for Calypso Coral, and I would love to see Secret Sea. And y'all, I'm ashamed to say this, but I would love to see it take over Night of Navy. And if you have been around my channel for long, you will know Night of Navy has always been my favorite Stampin' Up! Color. But Secret Sea, out of this world. All right, so we've got that. So now we can adhere this down to our little Secret Sea cardstock. This just gives it a little border around it. Just a little tiny one. All right, now we are gonna take this. I'm gonna give it a good burnish down. We're gonna grab some grid paper, and you can see I made a box and that's there. We're gonna take our Crisp Cantaloupe. I'm gonna move this before I do something with it. And we are gonna stamp Welcome Back all over the background. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I did not really make it like, it's not separated evenly. It's not perfect by any means, because you don't really see a lot of it anyway. So I just wanted it to be a fun background. And you can see what I just did there, because I'm not paying attention. I'm talking and I'm stamping, and apparently I shouldn't do that. All right, so let's do there, and then there, and there. But it really does not matter if it's perfect, because of the fact that it's just a background. And the welcome back is not straight either. It's kind of funky writing, which is kind of fun. So, all right, I'm gonna spread it out just a little bit more. Oh, that might have been too much. I was trying not to waste y'all's time too much tonight. And the last project, you know, I'd rather get to that one, because that one will take us just a little longer. All right, one more. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. Now, we can take this and pop it up. So that's what we're going to do. We'll put it up onto our card base with dimensionals. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I love my dimensionals. I hide dimensionals just in case I forget to order them, which I typically put like 1 pack in every single order that I do. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3, depending. But I had to go get some of the hidden ones not too long ago because I forgot to order them. And I was literally out because I had created so many cards in one weekend. So, yeah, I was like, that's fun times. Okay, we're going to actually stamp this in Secret C. We're going to stamp the welcome back in Secret C for this one. So I've got my cleaner. I'm making lots of noise tonight, aren't I? Lots of squeaky noises. And we're going to just stamp that right there in the center. All right, let's cut out our ruler here. So again, this is just a straight line on all 4 edges. It's actually not a perfect straight line with the ruler itself, but it is a little crooked. I noticed that. Which kind of makes it fun too, because it's school, right? School should be fun. All right, let's put all of that in the trash. And now we're gonna take our welcome back, we're gonna pop it up too. So we're gonna do 3, 2, and 3. Then we're gonna stick it right here in between our 2 rulers. We're gonna take our ruler here and we are going to I did forget apparently to grab paper for that, but we're gonna go without it this time. So we're gonna put a dimensional on the top and the bottom. I thought I had it, but I did not. It's not over here on my cart. All right, so this is gonna go right about here. And then we're gonna take the crisp cantaloupe bow, or ribbon, sorry, ribbon, and we're gonna tie a bow. Oh, I did forget to say there is a blog post up for tonight's live, so you can go get all the measurements and products used. It will list it all there for you. And then I do have to go back and upload it to YouTube and then put that into it, but I went ahead and made the blog go live so that you could have that. All right, so we'll take the bow add a dimensional and stick it right there at the welcome back. And then last but not least, let's add our embellishments. I love these embellishments right here. So we'll stick one there, do a little one there, a big one there, a little one, and a big one. Ta-da! All right. So that is our card for a teacher. Now, one great thing about a card too is you can put a gift card in it. You could also take and make your card base a little longer and fold it over so that it has a little pocket on the inside that you could tuck it into. Those are real easy. Just you have to turn your card base or your cardstock the longer way on the 11 side and cut it that way. So, but that is project number 2. Okay, my favorite project, my absolute favorite project is this. So we had a bunch of book bags delivered to the school for children in need of getting school supplies. And all I could think of was, oh my goodness, it would be so amazing to create a book bag. So I sat down and started looking at all the projects, and I came up with the everyday arches being the perfect way to kind of come up with it, because it's got the arch at the top. Now, most book bags are a little skinnier at the top, but you know what? It doesn't matter. In crafting, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so let's grab our products real quick. And I am sure, y'all, that I just dropped that last crayon somewhere just now. So, but that's okay. The picture on the blog has the right image. Okay, we're gonna set all that aside really quick, except for this piece and these 2 little pieces here. Okay, then I'm going to take my scoreboard because I find that easier to use. So I'm gonna make sure I'm up here. We're gonna take this piece on the short side and we're gonna do it at 3/4 of an inch, okay? Then we're gonna flip it on the long side, which is at 7, and we're gonna do it at 3/4, 3 1/4, 4, and at 6 1/2. Okay. Then on our little pieces, those are 1 1/2 by 2 1/4. On the 2 1/4 side only, you're gonna score at 1/2, and you're gonna score at 1 3/4. Okay? And you'll do that on both of them. So 1/2 and 1 3/4. Okay. Now, once you do that, we are going to take and burnish on all of our lines here. And you can use your bone folder to give it good creases, and then I'm going to give this one a good crease down here. Okay, then we're going to cut, and this we're going to cut off. Let's actually do it on this side. We're going to cut this one off here like that. Okay, then all these are going to be at an angle too, and I'm going to actually do it on this side just to apparently feels easier on this side to me. So all these are going to be kind of notched in. And then there, and on there's this one. Okay, so then we'll pull all of that, and now we're going to adhere it. So what I need to do is I need to put adhesive on this piece here, like that. And then I like to put these in between my longer pieces. So I like to adhere it like this. So I'm going to take this and put adhesive on that side like that. Okay. Then we're going to fold this, line it up just right, like that. Then we're going to tuck in this one, and we're going to put these 2 tabs down, just like that. And then we're going to put adhesive on this piece. Oops, let's go to the end there. And then we're going to fold that over. Okay? Then I'm just going to stick my bone folder in it and just make sure that it's all good. Like that. Then we're going to take these 2 little pieces. We're going to fold on those score lines, and then we're going to arch. And you can arch the whole thing if it's easier for you to use your bone folder. So we're just giving it a nice little curl, okay? And then we're going to do that to this one. It was much easier for me to do this when I wasn't live. Apparently I had to think about it. Okay, so then we're going to set these aside for just a second. Now, let's pull in our arches. I've already cut them all. Now, in the sample, I only did 1 piece for the back. I feel like it needs 2, so I did do 2 for the back piece as well. So now what we're going to do is just adhere these together. We're going to go with some liquid glue. We're going to go with Deb's favorite, liquid. Oh, thank you, Deb. See, that's why I don't like liquid glue, but it is easier to adhere these and get them straight. We'll just stick it there in the center. And then we're gonna lay this on top like that. Ta-da. Okay. Then we're gonna set that aside after we make sure that it is actually even. Like that, okay? Then the next one is we're gonna adhere these 2 together, and I'm actually gonna adhere them so that the back parts are touching. And I should have done that with the designer series paper, but I did not. And I don't think anybody's really gonna look, but it's just my specialness. All right, so then we're gonna make sure it's all together like this. Ta-da. All right, so there we go. Now we're gonna take our box, and this is toward the back, so we're gonna make this our front. And so we're just gonna lay that there, and we're gonna line it up so that it's not quite down to the dotted line on your, not quite to that line. It's gonna be right above, and then just even from side to side, as close as you can get it. I'm gonna take my bone folder, give it a good burnish. Then we're gonna add liquid glue to this side, and we're going to flip it and do the same over here. And then I like to stand it up and just kind of do this. We're just kind of like stacking it like paper. Kind of makes it, you know, stay where it's supposed to. And then I'm going to hold this and just give it a good burnish on the inside. Make sure it's nice and stuck. Okay. Now, great news is y'all don't have to watch me do any of that cutting. I did all of it already. The only thing you have to watch me do is the pin. That's it. So I figured that would be an easy one to do. And we're gonna color it. So I did the crayon in the Flirty Flamingos. So we're gonna actually do our pin in Darling Duckling. I was gonna call it Daffodil Delight, but that is not correct. All right, so let's take our light And we will do this. And ta-da. Then we'll take our dark and we'll do those little pieces. And we're actually gonna just do that whole top part there. Okay, then we're gonna just trim it out. Again, it won't take too long with all our nice little, pretty much straight pieces. And the only reason I didn't do this one is because you hadn't watched me cut it out before. And I thought, hey, you need to see that. And I probably, I am not necessarily the greatest at fussy cutting, so I probably do not tempt anyone with my skills. No one at all. All right, then, ta-da, there we go. Okay, that is done. The torture is over. Look at that wiggle room you had. Oh, Deb, you had to open a new one? I had to open a new one too. That's a brand new one because I never use it. The other one was done and I didn't know it. Okay, so with a book bag, you have a top little pouch and you have a bottom pouch, right? Or a lot of times you may have that big pouch on the front and then this top part is like a label, but we're gonna turn it into an extra fun little pouch. The JanSport that I had when I was growing up, it had the little pouch at the top. So what we're gonna actually do is flip those over. We are gonna add dimensionals to them because we want them to look like they're kind of protruding, you know? They're not flat on it. All right, so this one in there. And by the way, the back of that paper is what I use to cut out to create our pockets. So it kind of matches. All right, now we're gonna take the backings off. Let's actually do, yeah, no, this one will be fine. We'll do the big one first. And we're gonna stick our ruler and our pen. So our pen's gonna go kind of first, and then our ruler can kind of go here. And then you're gonna notice that it's gonna take up some of that adhesive. So we're just gonna add adhesive there, and then we're gonna add a glue dot to this one. Okay? Now, after really kind of thinking that through, we are going to do our top pouch first because I need that stuff to lay on top of the front pouch or the top pouch. All right, so now we're going to take and do our crayons. Okay. And then we're going to do some glue dots on it. And we're just gonna do a glue dot on there and then down on that one and then further down on our pink one because that one might hang off a little bit. Okay, so then this one's gonna lay right about there. Ta-da. Okay, and then just push that down. Then grab your other one. And yep, then attach that there. All right, now we have our little books there. And so what we're gonna do with this is we are gonna stamp our smiley face. We're just gonna use black ink. We're gonna do a smiley face and we're gonna stamp it a little higher up so that it can be seen just a little bit more. And then we're gonna do A+, right there. Okay, we're gonna put adhesive along the bottom. And actually, let's do another little bit of a line there. Okay, then we're gonna tuck that in right about there. Oh, I like that much better, being able to see. Okay, next let's stamp our sentiment, and it's gonna be Simply the Best. And we'll stick that there. All right, I'm gonna move that out of my way. We are gonna put adhesive on the back, and it's gonna sit right here at the edge. Then these are just old little binder clips that these were actually Stampin' Up many years ago. But you can get silver ones from any store, any office supply store. And then I'm gonna take our twine and I'm gonna tie a bow. Now, if you want this for a, a boy, or you don't want to put a bow on it, you don't have to. I think it will be fine. But I decided, because I love bows, I put bows on everything. All right, so then we're going to take a glue dot and fold it over on itself, and then we're going to tuck it right there in the corner. Okay, and then I'm going to leave those that long. Now, let's adhere our book bag straps or backpack. I called it a backpack in my email, so either way is fine. We are going to take and put a glue dot on one end, then you're going to flip it, and you're going to put a glue dot on the opposite end, opposite side. Okay, then you're going to come to the back here. You're going to attach it at the bottom. Probably, you can line it up with the stitched part, and then put it, about that far in, and then just press down on it. Then you're going to take and loop it and put it up toward the top, like that. Okay, and that's not really all that straight, but it really doesn't matter, and it is stuck, so it's not coming up. Because I will rip the paper, I'm sure. All right, so then we're going to put it on the opposite end, opposite side, and then we're going to do it again. So we're going to adhere it right there, and then we're going to come up and we're going to adhere it right there. All right, and then there are your little book bag straps. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I have another little hand sanitizer, because these are my favorite little hand sanitizers now. I actually got these from Five Below, and they were, of course, well under $5, but, but anyway, this is actually a used one, because I used this one, but it fits right in there, just like that. And then you can stick a gift card in there for a teacher, or you can for school staff in general. But then there you go. There is your little book bag. I was so in love. I literally put this. Oh no, wait, hold on. We forgot. No, we did not. I did. All right, let me give this a burnish. Okay. Most book bags have little drink holders now on the side. So that's what I did here. We're going to take and put adhesive there. Then you're going to stick it in here on the side. So you're going to put one side down, maybe. You're going to put one side down, give it a good burnish, and then you're going to roll it, which is why we gave it a good burnish. And then you're just going to butt it up to the other side and stick your scissors in, because you need a skinny, and then there you go. Okay, then we'll do it to the other side. So we're going to give adhesive and adhesive. All right, and then we're going to this side down, then roll it, and you want it to butt up to the edge there. Then stick your scissors in and give it a good burnish. Now, now you have your book bag. And that is it. Yay! But anyway, so I had it in my head, and I literally, I'm just completely shocked that it came out. Sometimes it baffles me how things just don't come out the way I intended them to. So I was pretty excited about that one. But there is the project number 3. Here is project number 2. And then here was project number 1. So it was these 2 little buckets there. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Hello, Melissa. Thank you. I really enjoyed this. And again, I will have these other projects posted at some point as well. I'll give a tutorial on this one so that you can have, how to put that one together. But it's real easy. It uses those arch dies again. And then you've got those 2. So, all right, lots and lots and lots of ideas for the Learn and Grow. That's a good one. It's probably one I'm never going to let go of now. Oh, thank you, Betsy. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Deb. All right, everyone, I will see y'all. So next week I will be live at some point, but it will not be on Tuesday. I do have meet and greet with parents and things like that next week. So it will be probably Wednesday or Thursday, but I will let everyone know as soon as I make that decision. So I will see you at some point next week. Bye.